Is that for real?
Live from Studio B at KPRC Channel 2. Houston Life starts now.
Well, happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to Houston Life. It is October 5th, and we're so glad to have you with us today. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Derek. How are you?
Doing well, you know, staving off a little laugh attack that happened 20 seconds before we went live.
I think it just is par for the course. Every day when the open starts to roll, we either start to laugh, we forget something. There's always some sort of drama happening.
Yeah, but wherever you are today, we hope that you're in the mood to laugh as well. We're going to try to have a good time, as we always do here at 3 o'clock.
Absolutely. Okay, before we kind of dive into what we did on the weekend, we need to talk about what's coming up on today's show. And, you know, I saw the B-roll for this story, the video, and my heart exploded. We are talking about goats at the Arboretum. I'm sorry, this video just makes me smile.
It's so cute.
The Houston Arboretum has brought in more than 120 goats to help mow their slopes with overgrown vegetation.
Genius.
I know. Visitors can watch the goats at work now through Saturday for free. The goats are on site to do what comes naturally, grazing. And we get to watch them. And they're working basically one pond area at a time.
And Lauren Kelly will be there a little later. I'm super jealous of this assignment, but the good news is we can all go and experience it. So we're going to tell you how.
Absolutely.
Coming up. Also, Toro takes the bull out of bullying campaign. You know, we love this here at Houston Life. Help Toro and his teammates raise awareness about bullying in schools. With a new virtual program geared toward elementary school students, it'll help them recognize the different types of bullying, how to stop it, how to speak up and be an advocate for other people who are being bullied. And of course, Courtney, as we know here at Houston Life, the bullying doesn't end in school. There are a lot of adult bullies out there.
Absolutely. As my kids like to say, be a buddy, not a bully.
Yes. My nieces say that too. That's so
good
sweet.
slogan.
Yeah, I think it's good to stand up, you know, to other people too. Because
Absolutely.
it's so interesting when you're a young person in school. I was bullied like crazy. In fact, it was so bad. I had severe anxiety and issues. I forced my mom essentially, well, I begged her to homeschool me in 8th grade, and the homeschooling only lasted for like 3 weeks. It was a disaster. Homeschool is difficult, right?
Tell me about it.
So now we all know, right? But I would wake up every morning with a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. I mean, literally, I could not eat because I didn't know who and what I would face when I got to school. Because I sang in choir, and I played volleyball, and I played the piano, and I did, allegedly, the non-boy things, or as Patty, our viewer, called me, a girl, right? I did girly things, which now I realize, no, that was actually really cool that I could play the piano and that I sang in the choir and played volleyball. Like, those are cool things. So anyway, it's just unfortunate that sometimes the bullies from middle school, you know,
they carry on and
graduate from Milby High School, and 60 years later, they're still doing the same bullying thing.
Yes, they are. You know what we say to that, though?
What do we say?
Bless their hearts.
We do.
We do.
We do. And
where's our sign? We need the sign, bless your heart.
They're somewhere. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. Hey, how was your weekend?
You know, the weekend was good. We just, we did a lot, put up Halloween decorations and kind of did a lot of stuff around the house. And of course, we had little, like, you know, patio happy hour. Orlando went to go pour me some wine. And
beautiful weather for it.
Beautiful weather. It was amazing. And you know, it's been a minute since we've had any kind of issue with a lizard. It's been a minute. Up until Saturday. So Orlando...
For those of you who don't know, Courtney has an irrational fear of lizards.
Irrational?
Well, kind of. I mean, they're harmless. They're sweet.
I know, but I just don't want them crawling in, like, on me or in my space. They belong outside, and, you know, Oscar likes to chase them and check on them and that kind of thing. But we've had plenty of them in our house recently. And so he grabbed a wine glass out and waited for me to come around the corner and said, here you go. Do you want this glass? And he handed it to me. And there was a lizard inside the wine goblet.
Did he put it in there, or it was just in there?
It was in there.
Was it dead?
Bless its heart.
It was dead.
It got in there and couldn't get out.
Oh, that's terrible.
Isn't that? Do you know how many times we walked past that glass? I threw it away.
You did not. You just washed it, right?
Maybe. I might have thrown it away.
You might have added some extra flavor to the wine, right?
I know. Can you, I mean, who else does that happen to?
Well, it's like having a worm in your tequila, right? It's supposed to be there.
Well, the lizard's not supposed to be there with the wine. Did I miss that in wine school?
No,
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry that happened. So did you scream or what?
I did. I thought, what? And then I thought it was fake because it was perfectly intact, you know? And he said, no, it's not fake. And so he, you know, disposed of said lizard, went to go wash the glass, and I know which glass it is, so I didn't
little
drink
lizard.
out of it. But what are the chances of that happening? Have you ever heard of that happening to anybody
Well,
else?
to you, I think the chances are really good.
I know. But that was it. That was our exciting weekend.
I think it's so cute how Oscar goes for the lizard. Maybe it's a golden doodle trait because we have our friends Brad and Brandon.
Yeah.
They have a couple golden doodles, and I am telling you, their names are Pistol and Punk. Very cute names for a dog.
So cute.
But Pistol will sit there and stare at the back fence all day long.
Yeah.
Waiting for a lizard to appear on the top of the fence. It's
I'm telling
adorable.
you. Well, and Oscar likes to sit in the sun, so we open up the front door, and we've got a glass door that he can sit in the sun and just kind of watch cars go by. He just falls asleep, but every now and then he'll just stand up and he'll just watch. He's watching the lizards, and he, you know, every now and then he'll kind of jump towards the glass. We can hear the noise, but every time we open up that door for him to go out for his walk, he goes right around the plants and tries to get them. I don't know if they're friends or foes. I think they're friends. Like, he wants to be their friend.
Yeah.
Because when he captures them, it's just in there. He doesn't chew them. He just gets them in his mouth, and then he lets them go. So maybe it's just like, tag, you're it.
Maybe, but I don't think I would want someone to pick me up in their mouth.
I know.
That must be terrifying.
I know.
Well, they are fascinating chameleons. Here in Houston, we have lizards everywhere, right? And so
I feel like the lizard population is quite large now.
have you ever watched them change color, though? And
Yes.
yes, it is large. We walk down the sidewalk, and the lizards run out
They're all
like
over
crazy.
the place. I don't know if I'm just not noticing.
Maybe a COVID thing?
I don't know.
But how? Why?
How? Why? What would be the reason for that?
No idea.
I'm repeating you. I don't know, but I'm.
We go walking through the neighborhood, and there are all these mini lizards that are like pew, 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 like running across the sidewalk. And we watch them on our fence, and they will go from dark brown to then green in just a few seconds.
I know.
It's like the octopus in My Octopus Teacher. Watch
Still
the
haven't seen it
documentary.
yet.
You gotta watch it.
I need to.
Well, this
but your weekend was good, right?
So I hosted one of these virtual events, and I know you recently did one for a nonprofit. So I hosted or emceed the Equality Brunch for the GLBT Caucus, which is a nonpartisan organization. The big mission, really, of yesterday's brunch was to get out the vote. And we had a lot of special guests. We had Mayor Sylvester Turner, our former mayor, Anise Parker, our district attorney, Kim Ogg, and I've never hosted a brunch from my living room. But it was it honestly was so nice. And all these people you see on the screen, that's just one screen of pages and pages and pages. I couldn't believe how many attendees there were. And it was just so nice, honestly, after the event. Well, Christina Wells sang, Courtney.
Oh, I love Christina.
She did a fantastic job. She did 2 songs, and the number of times I had chills during this brunch was just so nice. And it was just a nice reminder that people can still come together for, you know, a collective purpose and get out the vote. And a reminder, our public service announcement for the day is that today is the last day to register in the state of Texas. You have to be registered by today to vote in the general election November 3rd. So go online, harrisvotes.org or .com. Either way, it takes you to the same website. But check your voter registration. So especially if you've moved recently, you have to re-register. But even for people who are already registered, you know, some people's names have been purged. From the records. So just go online. It takes a few minutes to check your registration. You put in your name and your zip code, your date of birth.
It's actually seconds. It's not very long at all.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
like
it's
10
just,
seconds.
I did it just to make sure. I did my driver's license, my renewal, and all of that online during complete quarantine. And so that process was very easy. And I just made sure, making sure I'm giving the right information. And it was within seconds, very easy to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, today is the deadline. And I'm so glad that there were so many people on that Zoom. And it's great because everybody's getting so creative now to get the word out. There aren't these face-to-face engagements going on anymore. So Zoom is the new way of life. And so to be able to have that many people who dialed in on the Zoom for such an important cause, that is fantastic.
It was really, really great. And just a reminder to tell your friends and tell your neighbors and pick up the phone. And, you know, if there's someone in your life who maybe needs help registering, help them out today because it is so critical that everybody gets out and votes. And early vote starting October 13th. Remember, we stood in line for 6.5 hours. It was still like emotionally scarring for me to think about that night.
What's so funny is Orlando and I were chatting about this too, because I asked you last week, are you going to vote early? Are you going to vote on election day?
For sure early.
And I love election day voting. I do. So I'm having this internal dialogue with myself just to kind of gear myself up to vote early so I don't have to deal with crowds and lines of people and all of that on election day, but there is something special about voting on election day.
There is. I think with a record turnout that is predicted this time around, I don't want to chance it. I'm too nervous, again, after waiting in line for so long. And you can still get your I voted sticker when you early vote. So early voting from the 13th through the 30th of October.
Sounds like a plan.
Very basic civic duty. We should all be doing it.
Absolutely.
Should we follow up on that really nasty, disturbing topic that we mentioned last Friday?
Can you clarify which one? Which one are we talking about?
Oh, I guess it doesn't narrow it down, does it? So
there were several.
Chatting about dirty pillows.
Oh.
And how often should you be washing / sterilizing / just throwing it out and replacing altogether your pillows? And as you were making on the point on the show last week, it's hard to find a good pillow. And maybe that's why, you know, this woman who's posted this photo that her boyfriend wouldn't let her replace his 10-year-old pillows that he has never washed.
Oh boy, she ended up washing it while he was at work. This video, by the way, has been viewed 1.7 million times, of course, on TikTok. She put them in a bathtub, threw in some dishwasher tablets, and then added some bleach and put them in the washing machine. And I mean, I guess that's the new. Here's the thing. Do people not understand? Does the mass population not understand that these need to be washed?
Explain to us why they need to be washed.
Well, it's just dead skin and sweat and
bacteria
particles.
that grows in the...
Yes. I mean, you wash your... Maybe... Do you think they're not washing... I'm sorry. Do you think he's not washing his sheets either? He's probably that person. Or not washing his towels often. See, I think it all kind of falls in the same category. I do. I mean, every 3 days to sometimes 2 days, I'm changing out those towels.
Yeah, I think some people perhaps don't wash their towels and sheets quite as often. Can I tell you a gross story?
Yeah, and then I've got one for you too.
Okay. So I rented out, I had a condo in LA that I rented out. One summer, I wasn't really staying there at all, and so I rented it out. And there was this, it was a magazine publisher, actually. This guy who has a well-respected job, like, oh wow, this magazine publisher is gonna rent out my place for 3 months. Amazing. So for 3 months, he was there. Well, after the 3 months, the white linens, I don't think he washed the sheets even once.
Were they yellow? Were they, what?
Yellow is a generous description. They were sort of like a beige, but not just like in the center of the mattress.
No.
They were, it was like a light brown, deep beige
what is
color.
Happening with
and this guy, I mean, maybe he was so busy at his job as a publisher, but I was like, bro, that's pretty nasty.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he brushed his teeth and takes a shower at some point. So how were you not?
Well, how do you know that even?
I don't know.
Some people. Know. I know. So that was a very eye-opening and nose-closing experience for me. What's yours?
So this is just something that one time I was working out and I saw some, you know, at the gym, and then the next day I saw the same person.
In the same clothes?
In the same very workout clothes from the day before.
But how do you know they hadn't been washed that night?
I don't know, but it's exactly the same workout clothes.
Could you smell anything?
I didn't get close enough, but I'm assuming I've seen said person before, and I've seen
Maybe they threw it in the wash that night and they just re-wore it the next day.
Maybe.
There's something you're not telling us.
No, maybe that happened, but I don't put workout clothes in the dryer, so I have to hang them to dry. So if I did that, they wouldn't be dry to wear them the next day. So I'm gonna
But maybe they dried their workout clothes. Maybe they did.
Maybe. I love you because you're always the glass is half full, always.
I mean, there are times when if someone hasn't washed their clothing and you get this whiff of
unfreshness.
That is the best, like, non-word word.
Right.
Because it's not a word, but I totally understand what you mean.
But you understand.
What is that? Unfreshness. Very nice. Okay, should we move on?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Next time you see said person in that uniform, just
I need to ask.
get a little closer. 6 feet away, socially distant with your mask. All right, so remember our secret word of the day contest with Circle K? Well, if you don't, as a reminder, Circle K, get this folks, they are giving away free gasoline for an entire year to one lucky winner every single month.
Well, you can play by watching for the secret word of the day during our 6 a.m. news Monday through Friday. Once you know the word, head over to click2houston.com/Circle K and enter the word for your chance to win.
Every entrant gets a coupon for a free coffee from Circle K. Plus, you'll get an entry into that monthly free gas giveaway. Good luck.
And still to come, he auditioned 33 times to get into the Houston Symphony. Up next, we're going to meet Leonardo Soto, the first native Hispanic timpanist to play in the major orchestra in the U.S.
And up next, meet the local hairstylist on a mission to empower breast cancer survivors. That's next.
Well, welcome back. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and what better time to highlight the work of a local hairstylist who's been doing to assist patients dealing with hair loss during chemo treatment.
That's right. Her name is Vanita Graves, founder of Beauty Beyond Breast Cancer, and she joins us now to chat about her very important mission. Vanita, it's so nice to see you and your bright smile there.
Houston Life, yay!
Houston Life, welcome to the show. You know, we're better now that you're here, and this is a very personal cause for you because we understand you are a 17-year survivor.
That's right, 17 years. I found a lump. I was doing my self-exam, and I found that lump and went straight in to get my exams and all of that. That's why it's so important to do your self-exams this month and make sure people do their mammograms, get their mammogram scheduled as well.
Early detection is key, and we're so glad that you're here and able to tell your story. Also, to help inspire others, do those self-breast exams and mammograms and chatting with our loved ones to make sure their tests are up to date. You've been helping out the community for more than 12 years, and talk to us about this because, you know, it's sad that in some circumstances, wigs are not covered by insurance. And as women and men, when we start losing our hair during any kind of treatment, it's a bit of our identity, and it's scary. But you allow women to continue without sort of asking that question, what happened? You know, when people see a bald head, they want to know what happened.
Yeah, I lost my hair to cancer treatment, and as a salon owner and a stylist, I had the hardest time finding beautiful wigs for me, and that's how Beauty Beyond Breast Cancer came to play. And here, what we do is we provide beautiful wigs to women, for women who've lost their hair to cancer treatment. They come in and we fit them, we shape it, we style it, we cut it, we do everything that's needed to do to make them feel like they just left the salon.
That is so cool. So they get sort of
awesome experience, how we lift their esteem, we motivate them and inspire them to, you know, feel that beauty beyond breast cancer. We have a lot of fun. We pray with our patients and we share testimonies and stories. It's just an awesome, awesome thing that we do here. We're located inside Salon Meyerland, and our headquarters is located here, and we do a wonderful, wonderful job. During the month of October, we have a pink ribbon campaign where we have laid out for the clients that come into the building information regarding breast health, breast care, anything that they need to know to make sure that they get a mammogram or get scheduled for a mammogram. But the wigs are phenomenal here. They are free of charge to our patients. We do not charge them anything for the wigs. We'll give them as many as they want to try on. If they need 2 or 3, if they need 4 or 5, we have an abundance of wigs, and we have people that donate wigs to us. So, you know, if you want to go out and purchase a free wig and bring it in to Beauty Beyond Breast Cancer, we'll make sure that one of the recipients receive that.
That is fantastic. So, and just to clarify too, they must be brand new, unused wigs to donate.
Yeah, they have to be brand new because of the sensitivity of the patient's scalp. We want to make sure that we always have new wigs for them to try on.
That's fantastic. And
yeah.
I know that cancer is just such a personal thing for anyone who's been diagnosed. Everyone's journey is different, right? And there are a lot of people who want to go without hair when they start losing it. That is a very powerful statement for people who choose to go without hair. But describe to us some of the responses you've gotten from people who have come in, you've been able to pamper them, give them a day of beauty, and outfit them with a brand new wig.
Oh, it is absolutely amazing how we make them feel. And that is what they remember more than anything, along with having a beautiful wig. You know, when you lose your hair, it does something to your self-esteem. And when we fit our ladies with something that they're used to, a look that they love, a new color, a new cut, or a new style, it just brings a whole different ball game to how they feel about their hair and how they look. You know, it's a great feeling. It's just, I can't even explain the compliments that we receive for the sisters and the women that come in. And we have women from all walks of life that come in, and we call them our breast friends, you know. But yeah, they come in, and it just makes them feel really good. It does something absolutely marvelous. And then once a year, we do a calendar where we do a day of glamour, beauty, and makeover for the ladies, and we produce a calendar every year. We haven't been able to do that this year because of COVID-19, but we do so look forward to next year, you know, and all the other activities that we provide for the survivors. We also do a big fashion show every year. We can't do like we want to do it this year. We're planning a little something during the month of October for our ladies, but you know, it's just an awesome experience for our ladies to come in and get the makeovers, do photography. We also teach them how to do their eyebrows, how to wear their lashes and all of that. So it makes them feel really good. Kind of puts them back to normal, you know, so that they can get up and face the world and take care of their family and not have that fear or that uncomfortable feeling of not having any hair and what to do, you know. So it's an awesome feeling. I can't even explain it.
A day of beauty, a day of pampering does the body and soul very good. And we do want to mention, we're just about out of time, Vanita, but wig donations are being accepted now. These are new wigs, Tuesdays through Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. inside Salon Meyerland. That's there off of South Post Oak. And these are then given to cancer centers and patients. And it's really fantastic. Thank you so much for all that you're doing for the community, Vanita.
Oh, thank you so much, Houston Life. We've certainly enjoyed being on with you today. So thanks a whole bunch. And remember, do that self-exam, get the mammograms. That's the key.
Yes, it's a great reminder. Vanita Graves, thank you so much for your time today. And we have shared a link to connect with Beauty Beyond Breast Cancer under the Scene on Houston Life section of our website, HoustonLife.tv.
And still ahead, we're sharing the musical journey of Leonardo Soto. Find out how the native Chilean made his dreams come true with the help of the Houston Symphony.
We'll be right back with a look at what's coming up on the news at 4 as well. Welcome back. Now let's hand it over to Keith and Christine with some breaking news.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Of course, we are following some breaking news this afternoon from Houston's west side, where there's been a deadly collapse at a building that's under construction there. We have learned that 3 people lost their lives when a stairwell collapsed. This happened at the Marathon Oil building that's under construction near City Center. At least one other person has been hurt and taken to the hospital for treatment. We do have live team coverage coming up at 4 o'clock.
Also, President Donald Trump expected to be released from the hospital in just a few hours. What his doctors are saying about his prognosis after he contracted the coronavirus last week.
And right now, I want to switch gears and check in with meteorologist Frank Billingsley. A lot of activity in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, this is Gamma and Delta. We've been watching all weekend, but this is interesting. Gamma, you can see swirling around the Yucatan right there, but the storms are well to the north, so it's fighting a lot of dry air. I'd be surprised if Gamma is still with us at 4 o'clock. We'll see, but Delta is going to be the player, and the Caribbean. It's going to continue to become a hurricane, 60-mile-an-hour winds right now. It gets into the Gulf tomorrow as a 85-mile-an-hour storm and quickly ramps up to 105. Now, it may come down a little bit because of cooler water in the northern Gulf of Mexico. Hopefully that will happen. Right now, you can see that track is generally Louisiana off toward Florida. Beaumont's in this a little bit. I think this is going to go to the east. And in fact, this may end up turning more toward Florida. Look at the spaghetti models, and you'll notice they go into Louisiana, but some of these are into Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. So it wouldn't surprise me to see that shift. We'll talk about why this is going that way coming up in 4 o'clock news. In the meantime, coastal impacts for us. Tides will be high surf, 6 to 9 foot waves offshore. Some minor coastal flooding always possible with these things, and some dangerous rip currents. I'll have a lot more straight ahead at 4. Keith?
Okay, we'll see you then. Of course, Frank, also coming up, is this WWE in the air? You got to see what is a fight on a commercial flight, what sparked it, and how it all ended. My goodness.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. So we have a lot coming up at 4 o'clock today, you guys.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that's quite disturbing video.
Absolutely. Adults behaving badly.
Adults behaving badly. So many examples of that. Guys, thanks. We'll see you at 4.
Okay, and when we come back, learn how Toro and all of his friends are taking the bull out of bullying and using this month to raise awareness and empower kids to stop bullying in schools.
And I'm Kimberly Manuel.
I'm Rachel Richard.
And we're former teachers of
Joseph
from Opelousas, Louisiana. And we'd like to wish all the teachers a
Happy Teacher's Day. We love you, Joe.
We love you.
Well, that was lovely.
That was
Thanks
so
some of his former
awesome.
Teachers. Very nice, ladies. Thank you for that. All right, we're going to shift gears now. October, did you know, is National Bullying Prevention Month. And to help highlight it, Toro and the Houston Texans have a special game plan.
Houston Life reporter Joe Sam found out how Toro is going virtual to help take the bull out of bullying.
Texans cheerleader Jacqueline, Toro, and several others are joining forces to teach those bullies out there a lesson and uplift those affected by them.
So we teamed up with the Anti-Defamation League No Place for Hate initiative, and they helped us create this curriculum. And so essentially the show equips students with the ability to recognize the different types of bullying, the verbal, standout, hands-on, and cyber. And with everything going on with the pandemic, the emphasis on cyberbullying.
Many times, there's never a person that comes to stand by your side or defend you. So when you have someone on the platform, as you two, Toro and our Texan cheerleader, pushing out this cause, what a great way to do that. So what do you think it does for those kids that may be being bullied when they see advocates like you making sure that they have someone that's standing by their side?
I can speak for myself and Toro as well. We discussed, like, in the program, you know, the bullying Toro faced, you know, growing up, and how he was different, how he was always, like, you know, he was a bull with blue fur, how he stands out and is different, and just to embrace your differences. And myself too, like, I've experienced bullying firsthand. And, you know, you overcome it, embrace your differences, and that's really, like, we just want to spread the love and let everybody know, like, the Texans organization, you're part of our team too, and, you know, we love you and we stand with you and against bullying.
How does it work? We want to know exactly how did that happen, because we've seen in the past, pre-COVID, you're out there at all the schools, you're getting everybody energized and riled up and really giving them some excitement about this program. How are you doing it now that we are in such a pandemic?
We start the program off with Toro introducing his story, and then also with the Texans running back David Johnson discussing drills and how to, you know, face bullying in a safe way. And then I come in on the video as well, and I discuss, you know, the different types of bullying and as well how to overcome it. And then at the end of the program, we all discuss, like, our pledge, how we're going to stand against bullying, and all the safe ways to do it. Just because you are a child does not mean that you're the only one susceptible to this. Like, and for students to be using their platforms in a negative manner, it's wrong, and we should be using all of our platforms, whether you're in football, track, volleyball, tennis, dance, cheerleading, basketball. Just everybody should join together and, you know, do their part Don't be a part of the problem, be the difference.
You see, I love that you said that right there, be a difference. And I think with this program, you're making a difference. And having Toro there is really going to get people excited and pumped up about this program here. So how can we get involved? How does this all work?
You'll be able to see it virtually on HoustonTexans.com/bullying. The letters of BULL stands for be yourself, use your voice, lead, and look out for others. And everybody, we would love, David Johnson, myself, and Toro have all taken our oath to stand against bullying. And so we all raise our right hand high to the sky, and we promise to be kind, to be caring, to be respectful, and I will not be a bully.
That's right.
I will take the bull out of bullying.
We will take the bull out of bullying.
Very nice. Such an important message. And man, Toro has a lot of energy, right?
Sure does.
All the information for that virtual event can be found on our website, HoustonLife.tv.
And still ahead, in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, we're sharing how the love of music brought this talented timpanist to the U.S. all the way from Chile. His story, live after the break.
Welcome back. His dream was to be part of a top orchestra, not only recognized in the U.S., but also around the world. And guess what, folks? That dream has come true for our next guest, and we are so lucky that he now calls Houston home.
He's originally from Santiago, Chile, and he auditioned 33 times to get into the Houston Symphony. I'd like to welcome Leonardo Soto, the first native Hispanic timpanist to play in a major orchestra in the U.S. Welcome to the show, Leo.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so we have got to talk about this. 33 auditions with the Houston Symphony. I mean, I would think after one, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm done, thanks, bye. But I mean, how did you keep going back? How did you just be able to pick yourself up to do it all over again?
Well, the 33 auditions were around the country. And I remember when I was in college, however long ago that was, talking to my teacher, and he said, first of all, remember, you have to have the stomach to do this because there's going to be a lot of no's and very few yeses. So it wasn't easy. I mean, I remember coming back from a few auditions and just like throwing my sticks away, throwing my music away and say, I'm done. But after a day or two, I'd be like, no, I need my sticks back. And I had to pick it up. And just, you know, it's just one of those things where if you have a goal in your heart mostly, and you just have to keep fighting for it.
Well, that is so well said. Keep fighting for it. And your musical education, Leo, started at the age of 7 when you were enrolled into this musical conservatory, I guess you would call it. But I understand learning the music education component was actually something that you really hated as a child.
I mean, you know, a 7-year-old kid in South America wants to play soccer. It's just the way it is. And that's where all my friends were doing. But I was very lucky that my father is a drummer. He is a self-taught drummer. And because he was self-taught, he wanted me to have the education. So part of the whole process was, if you want to play drums, then you have to have the knowledge and be a well-rounded musician. So therefore, he took me to the conservatory where, you know, the drums were pretty much the last thing I did because I had to learn music theory. You know, I had to learn not only all the notes, but how they apply to other instruments and what the world of music is in general. And you know, while my friends were outside playing soccer. So yeah, it was not easy. At some point, I do remember stopping for about a year. I just wanted to play soccer really. And then I missed it and I asked to go back to it, and then I never stopped ever since then.
You said something early on in the interview that if you have a goal in your heart, and I think that's what separates people who are achievers, right? Because maybe just dreamers carry on to the next goal, and I think that's what's so great about your story. What's interesting is if you weren't a musician, what do you think you would be? Maybe besides a professional soccer player. I mean, maybe would you be in the kitchen? What would you be doing?
I don't think I was good enough to be a professional player. I don't think. I don't know the answer to that question. It's a great question because I can't imagine myself doing something else. If something happens to me where I couldn't perform anymore, I will have to be somehow involved in the music business in a way, in whatever shape or form, because it's just, it's one of those things that I can't step away from it. I did do a lot of as a younger kid, because my mom is an actress. I did a little bit of acting, and I loved it. Actually, I loved especially comedy stuff. I did a lot of that as a kid. So maybe I would veer in that direction a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. I'll just stick with music.
Leo, if you start doing TV and film, Courtney and I will go see all the movies.
Every single one.
Every single one. We'll be your best fans. Hey, so I know that your passion for soccer, you were talking about feeling frustrated as a young person when your friends were all on the field, the football field, right? As it really should be called football, right? Because you kick it with your feet. So anyway, even though now you are not playing soccer, your job seems very athletic, because just watching you perform, you know, you can both like hear you perform and watch you perform. It is a very physical activity. So it's sort of like you've become conditioned to this sort of daily workout. How many hours during the day are you actually playing?
So at home, I spend a lot of time with this little guy, this practice pad. I just pretty much sit in front of, if I'm watching a movie or a soccer game, I have my sticks in my practice pad, and I'm constantly moving my hands. Behind the instrument, right now I'm actually preparing for a piece that I'm going to be playing with the orchestra in November, and the piece is written for 8 drums. So there is literally a cage of drums around me, and just to get around all the instruments, there is a lot of physicality to it. So in that sense, I try to stay active, you know, like at least exercise 5 times a week, and try to keep, you know, in good shape physically, and also to prevent injuries, like stretching, stuff like that are super important, just to stay physically in good shape.
That is so interesting. I mean, one would never think a musician would have to like stretch and condition their body. It's fascinating.
Right. I know. And I have to ask you, the video that we were looking at, is that your home, Leo? It is. Okay, so what do your neighbors think? Are they up for a concert every night? I mean, that's fantastic.
You know, I don't know what they think of me.
No complaints, so they love it.
I did make sure that when the pandemic started, I did not. Luckily, on that side of the apartment, there's just a staircase, so there's no neighbors that way. This side, there is neighbors, and I live downtown. But I knocked on the door and I asked them if they can hear me, and they were like, "No." I was like, "Okay, good." So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Obviously, you know, it's not like full-on volume practicing in my apartment,
right?
But and also I try and do it during the day, like doing normal hours. So, you know, I try to be conscientious in that way.
I think it's so great. And for anybody who has maybe children who play in their school orchestra or have desires of going to the Carnegie Mellon University as like you did, advice to these young musicians out there. I mean, you know, the amount of auditions and the amount of no's that you've heard in your lifetime. Some advice for these younger musicians.
So first of all, I had to thank my father for being so insistent about me putting the work on, because like I said before, as a kid it's hard. But if you don't impose it, if you just remind them that it's important, it's like learning other languages, like learning to play tennis or something different, it's important for a well-rounded people to know music, even if you don't actually pursue it. But if you find that you actually fell in love with it, you just have to stick with it and believe in yourself. It's a tricky business, but especially if you're not from, in my case, if I didn't grow up in this country, it was an extra incentive. Like, you know, you could feel down about it. You know, I felt behind when I first came to the country. I felt very far behind from my classmates at Carnegie Mellon, because they have been, you know, with really good teachers for a long time. So in my case, it was just a matter of how bad I wanted and how much I'm going to work for it. And I think it just comes a personal decision. It becomes a life pursuit, and it's one of the most beautiful things you can do, because to this day I don't call what I do a job at all. Like I don't have to work. I just do what I love for a living, and I don't think it gets any better than that.
Yeah, that is incredible. Leonardo Soto, thank you so much. Clearly all that hard work paid off, and we hope to see you and hear you perform in person very soon.
Thanks,
Thank you
Leo.
for having me.
Thank you. And to learn more about Leo's musical journey, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv.
Fantastic story. And this Voices of Houston segment was made possible by our sponsors, Burlington and River Oaks Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
And when we come back, more than 100 goats are at work mowing, or rather grazing, the ground at the Houston Arboretum this week. Lauren Kelly, you have the best assignment today. They're so cute.
I mean, they really are the cutest. Sorry, I had to get that in there one time. But you guys, over 120 goats here at the Arboretum. We're right off of Woodway. I'll tell you what they're doing here, how long they're going to be here, and how you can take your family out to see them all week long. Coming up next. Go Move. Well, if you guys are looking for something else amazing to do outside this entire week, the Houston Arboretum and Nature Center has the exact thing that you should be doing. Take a look around me right now. Over 120 goats are here. They're going to be help mowing the slopes with overgrown vegetation. And Christine Mansfield with the Houston Arboretum is going to tell us exactly what that means.
Yeah, so they're out here doing what they do best. They're just eating all of the vegetation here. Typically, we'd have to come in by hand with small mowers to do all of this because we can't get a big tractor out here where it gets stuck. And so these guys are taking care of it for us and doing it in a really eco-friendly way.
So when you say vegetation, we're talking about the tall branches over here, all the tall ones by the water.
Everything that you see, we're hoping that they will eat that down, and it's both things that we want here and invasive species that they're going to help us get rid of.
So which parts of the Arboretum are these goats focusing on?
These guys are all around our 2 Woodway ponds. So if you come in the Woodway entrance, you'll see them right away. They'll be on this pond for the first few days, and then they'll be by our donor boardwalk for the second few days.
Now, this is not the first job for the goats. They've already been hired back for a second job. They're coming back in November.
Yeah, so we're expecting to have them back out to do some of our savanna restoration area, and then hopefully again in the spring as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Christine. This is so much fun. I want to scoot on over to a couple that definitely knows a lot about these goats. This is Kyle and his wife, Carolyn Carr. Now, you guys are with Rent-A-Ruminant, and you guys are the ones who brought down the goats.
Yes, we travel all over the state with our goats, clearing out hard to maintain properties, cliffs, ditches, dams, things that you just can't bring in commercial equipment, or you want to use don't want to be using herbicides or harmful chemicals.
Right. Now, there's over 120 goats. I asked you this before. Do you know every single name of your children?
We do.
We do. And they're not joking, you guys. I heard them name a couple of them. Now, let's talk a little bit about what these goats normally eat. This is like dessert, like a normal meal for them?
It really is, especially here with the Arboretum. There's such a diverse range of different plant species. They're getting the full, like, gourmet buffet. And they're eating pretty much everything you can see out here, really enjoying it. And as you can see that they are definitely fattening up.
Now, will they get full and stop eating on their own and then just kind of like a human does with 3 different meals a day?
They do take breaks from time to time, but it's almost because there's so many of them, there's always someone eating and then there's someone taking a break, you know? So
and then posing for a picture, right?
Exactly. They love pictures. They love to be, around people, cameras, everything. So, it's a great opportunity to see them come out here and work, and they're very entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been jumping and they're very calm pretty much. But Carolyn, is this a normal size area that the goats will work on?
Yes, it is actually. And we have it fenced off with electrified fencing so that they stay inside and work where they're supposed to be working.
Right. Now, you guys will be here 24/7 watching them, even when the gates close.
Yes, we will.
You're their herders, and the gate is just extra. Kids, the gate is not on when you come out right now, but just be cautious of it. You're not allowed to pet them. You take as many pictures as you want and post them and tag the Houston Arboretum. You guys, thank you so much. This is absolutely adorable, and there's your children and your adult children will love this. Derek and Courtney, you got to come out here sometime this week because the Houston Arboretum is where it's at. Look it's where it's at. Let me get that in there again.
Lauren.
Wow.
Lauren, can you see if you can rattle off all 120 names? Just real quick.
I think we have time before the end of the show.
I saw Draco, I saw Tony, I saw Scarlett. Who else am I missing, Kyle?
There's Aria, there's Skipper,
Mocha,
Nelson, Winona, Loopy.
Winona.
Beatrice, Josie, Sarah, Jessica, Parker.
Wait, were they actually serious? They all do have names and they know them all? I thought that was a joke.
They all have names.
They all have names.
They really do.
Yes, every goat has a name.
Of course.
Well, I am so impressed. Maybe this weekend when we stop by, I'll memorize all their names.
Absolutely.
Lauren, tell the gang we say hi. Give a few little pets for us. That is awesome.
Love the Arboretum. So great.
Thanks so much.
We'll be right back with more Houston Life.
All right, well, that just about does it for us today here at Houston Life. We're so glad you joined us.
Absolutely. Great show. I really enjoyed getting to know Leonardo, that story with the Houston Symphony, and just the amount of no's he heard in his career. Fantastic.
Yeah, perseverance pays off. And I enjoyed getting to see those goats as well.
The goats.
Check them out live there at the Arboretum this
Larry
weekend.
and Terry.
Larry and Terry and Jim Carrey and Drew, Harry.
Oh, but they're cute. Every day you can go out to the Arboretum, 7 a.m. until dusk to see the goats, and it's so cute.
Yeah.
Got to do it. Okay, well, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.